Salutation and welcome. So this is my thoughts on Mirveda's notes. I'm not going to read them, but it basically discusses the dead scar and its cleansability, or the ability to cleanse it, running into some struggles with that. And I feel that, one, they did excellent work on the dead scar. So here's the dead scar. You can see this line right here of how it used to be, of where it used to be, and I think they did a very good job on it for the most part. Obviously, you've got the place where the stronghold used to be, and that's, mostly, that's where it's most entrenched. Give it another 10 or 20 years and they could they could probably restore it, as long as they don't get complacent. There, 10 or 20 years is a big measurement. It took them less than that, I think, or about that amount, almost that amount of time to get to where it is. Not 20 years, but about 10 years almost to get to where it's at right now. And another double that, and they should be able to more than rectify the situation, and probably build something there again, something else there. But additionally, I feel that as she found out in her notes, Mirveda, she was mistaken. She discovered grass. Now, the cosmic forces are able to change each other, and I'm speaking from a matter of observation, not as a matter of fact. So Blizzard obviously has yet to release anything stating this is the case, but from a matter of observation, the cosmic forces are able to change each other. Now, the thing is the cosmic forces are not able to change itself. So what I mean by that is, if a cosmic force like death changes life, if life wants to change what death changed, it's going to have to, not only is it not going to be the same as it was before death changed life, but the cosmic force is going to need at least as much power as death put into the situation and into changing life. So, and that's just an example of the two cosmic forces interacting with each other. But they are, and that's evidence that they are not able to change itself. Change itself is its own sort of, I don't want to use the word force because that's associated with the cosmic forces already. Change is its own, I need a different word other than elemental. It's fundamental. It's one of the fundamentals of existence, and so of reality in any universe, realistically, whether Blizzard has mentioned it in theirs or not. But in any universe, change is a fundamental thing. It's one of the fundamentals, and so change. Thank you for the internal suggestion to use that word, fundamentals. But the so the cosmic forces are not able to, and this is kind of going big, but the cosmic forces are not able to change one of the fundamentals, including change itself. So whenever they do something to each other, they're gonna come out a little bit different each time if they seek to change each other again. It's gonna come out a little bit different. Now, she wasn't able to get results herself because you need to be a certain battery level, if you will, to be able to change the cosmic force. Now, Arthas had a huge battery of death magic. There is now noticeably in the lore, no druid has ever gone up against a Death Knight. They put Illidan versus Arthas, but they did not put Malfurion versus Arthas. Druids have not really played a role against the cosmic force of death, interestingly enough. So I'm wondering whether or not Malfurion would have had a better chance against Arthas than Illidan did. Druids were there in terms of player characters when we fought the Lich King, but no druid got involved realistically with going up against the cosmic force of death, as it was with Arthas, and so there was a quest line, if I remember correctly, where for the Plague Lands, where it mentioned that the druids would be used to restore the land and stuff like that, and so druidic magic, life magic, the cosmic force of life, could have been a formidable opponent against death magic and stuff like that, or against the cosmic force of death. But you need an equivalent battery at the very least to be able to revert or change the other cosmic force, and no one really had that with Arthas. There was no equivalent cosmic force to Arthas, or cosmic force embodiment to Arthas. Arthas had Frostmourne, which was a huge power boost. So that's that. And so the grass that Mirveda found is evidence of increased battery amount. Now, like, they've got the Sunwell that's powered by a Naru and stuff like that. A Naru forged weapon, which was the Ashbringer, was able to defeat Frostmourne and stuff like that. And so a Naru was a decent battery pack, but I would even say that I would say we'd probably put it there. It feels like Frostmourne, because if we look at the chain of command, Frostmourne is connected to Zovaal and Zovaal, and Zovaal, that's like saying a Naru and Zovaal are equal in power. I don't think that is the case. I think Zovaal is on a higher tier than a Naru. I think Narus can be quite formidable, quite very powerful, but I don't think a Naru could defeat Zovaal. So realistically, I think the Ashbringer wasn't as strong an item as Arthas's Frostmourne. Why it was able to shatter, I think it was a close comparable. But we lost that fight. Like, Arthas was able to defeat us and kill us. We lost that fight. Tyrion was frozen in a block of ice, unable to do anything. It took not only a formidably forged weapon, because Arthas's blade went up against other formidably forged weapons. It took a formidably forged weapon and a power boost from Tyrion to be able to defeat that. And it took, whether we weakened Arthas or not, it took us fighting, it took us pretty much fighting Arthas and weakening him down to be able to successfully pull off what we pulled off in defeating the Lich King. So yeah, I mean, like Arthas, obviously since then he's been the only one that's GG'd us, and completely wiped us out. So the further you are removed from the source of the cosmic force, the less likely you are able to change another cosmic force. So that's kind of my thoughts on Mirveda's notes. I am glad to see Quel'Thalas restored to, its forest, lush greenery and stuff like that. And I'll say on a concluding note that the cosmic forces should... Now the cosmic forces, and this includes the lesser cosmic forces or the smaller cosmic forces, which are the elements: fire, air, earth, water, spirit, decay. Those have default dominion over reality, but the cosmic forces should have every right to be able to shape worlds however they want, if not from a survival of the fittest or might makes right standpoint, from a everyone should have a space to be who they are standpoint. And it's no one's right to be able to say you shouldn't change that planet into a void planet, or you shouldn't change that planet into a completely light planet. The only way you have right to say that is from a personal point of view. If you are a personal power seeker, if you want to personally spread the light because it's what you personally believe in, then I suppose it's okay to say that planet shouldn't be void. But it's off the strength that you are doing it because it's personal. It has nothing to do with an overall universal truth that that planet is wrong to be void planet and stuff like that. It's just it's just the powers versus each other. It's the duel of powers, if you will. It's the duel of powers. And so that's what I think about that. And I'll catch you guys for the next video. Battle Tag Boss out.